Hello and welcome. The following is a practice, a very short, simple practice for proprioception. Proprioception is one of our somatic resources. It's our ability to feel our body in space without necessarily having to look. Sometimes we might be looking. Um, but the purpose is for embodiment and mindfulness, not really exercise. They're going to be very, very simple. But it would be nice to have a ball, any sort of ball, tennis ball, massage ball, and a hard book for closer to the end of this exercise. So once you have those things, I'm going to invite you just to begin on your back. So you can be on a bed, you can be on the floor like I am, on a yoga mat. Your eyes can be closed, or you can just softly gaze. And I'll invite you just to spend a few breaths just arriving here. So letting anything that's touching the ground become a little heavier. And so you could do just a quick body scan, noticing anything that's touching the surface underneath you. So if your knees are bent, feeling the soles of your feet. Your legs are straight, feel your heels. Feeling the heaviness of your hips, the shoulders, the elbows, the hands, and the back of the skull. You may take a couple of deeper breaths, exhaling completely. And then extend your legs long. Relax your arms down by your side. Relax your shoulders down your back. Really let your legs relax the best you can. So that probably means that the toes are flopping outwards. Stay very relaxed in your left leg, but begin to turn your right toes up towards the ceiling. And then press through your right heel. So you don't need to lift it off the ground. You're just going to press through the right heel and begin to feel the back line of your body. So from your right heel up through the back of the thigh, the glute. You might also really feel the front of your thigh working here. And then let it go and just relax it. And then turn your left toes up towards the ceiling. And then begin to press through your left heel. Like you could touch the wall. Make sure you're still breathing. See if you can still relax your upper body. So soften your shoulders, your jaw. Let it go. So left leg just flops to the side. One more time each side. Turn your right toes up towards the ceiling. Flexing through that right foot. Begin to push your right heel away. And again, the challenge here might be to just play with relaxing. Relax the upper body. Just see if you can just use the muscles in the leg that's needed here. And then let it go. Left leg, left toes turn out towards the ceiling. Inner left thigh turns down. Press through your left heel. Continue to breathe. Heaviness still in the shoulders, the back of the skull. And then let it go. And at any time, if you want to sigh or yawn, just let that happen. And then bend your knees. Bring the soles of the feet onto the ground. We're going to do some pelvic tilting. So when you're ready, keep your hips down on the ground, but begin to arch your low back. So If I were to come by, I could put my hand probably underneath your low back because you've now created this little curve away. Yeah, and then as you exhale, press that curve down into your mat. So push it down. You might feel your tailbone lift. We're not trying to pick our hips off the ground here. You're just going to feel your tailbone lift up. And then as you inhale, so pelvic tilt, pick the lower back, arch your back off the mat. And then on your exhale, press the lower back down into it. Inhale, begin to lift it away. Exhale, press it down. Inhale, lift it up and away. Exhale, press it down. So without seeing what's happening, just let it happen. Let your neck and shoulders do what they want to do to support this action. So keep going. But notice that as you inhale and you lift your low back away, you might feel your chin just naturally come down towards your chest. And as you exhale, press your low back down, maybe your chin lifts a little, just to aid in the movement. So you're not making that happen. And one more time, and then just let that go. Once again, walk your feet out. This time, bring your arms into cactus arms or goalposts. So elbows line up with the shoulders-ish, and your fingertips line up with your elbows. Relaxing the feet. And we're going to do the same side for the arm and the leg. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, reach through your right toes and reach your right arm up. Like you're going to touch the wall in opposite direction. So go as long as you can. And then as you exhale, bend the elbow down, relax it down. And on your next inhale, lengthen through the left. So you're going to point your left toes away from you. You're reaching your left fingertips to the wall above you. And then as you exhale, bend your elbow back. Inhale, extending through the right side like someone's pulling on your toe and on your fingertips to get you nice and long. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lengthen. Left side. Exhale, let it go. Bend both knees again. You still can be in your cactus arms. Walk your feet out now so they're about mat width apart. Some space between your feet. Gently let your knees fall over towards the right side. And if it feels okay, let your gaze come over to the left. As you inhale, bring both your knees and your gaze back through center. As you exhale, let your knees come over to the left and let your gaze come right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, knees right, gaze left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, knees left, gaze right. One more time, each side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, knees right, gaze left. Nice and slow. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees come over to the left, gaze comes right. And then come back through center. Good. Gently roll over onto one side. Use a hand for support and just bring yourself up to seated. Grab your ball and your book and bring them in front of you. And so this is just play, so nothing serious here. First of all, just see if you can balance your ball on your book. And then once you have that, begin to play with kind of rolling your ball around without dropping it. Now, if you drop it, that's totally fine. Nothing happens. right? But we're just kind of creating a little bit of challenge. Letting the ball move, practicing, just kind of paying attention. It's very hard to do this if we are ruminating, if we are focusing on something else. Even if we're a little shut down, we might find that just playing with this creates a little bit of energy in our system. Just notice what that's like. And you can just play with it like that. If you want to, you could play with doing this standing, right? And this is the same thing. I'm just gonna, but now if you want to, you can play with kind of rolling it around, but also walking around a little bit. Yeah, and if it falls, it's fine. You just pick it up again, try again. Well, if you want to play with doing a little, tree pose while you're doing it, you could do that. Switching hands, going from one foot to the other. Yeah. And again, it's not about keeping the ball. It's about just the play, the practice. And then when you're ready to stop, just let it go and just notice how present you feel. Notice if you feel a little bit more here, a little bit more in your body than when you started. And then stay tuned. We'll do exterioception and we'll do interoception coming up soon. I hope you enjoy the practice.